Hey guys, it's me, 80s444. Today, guys, I want to give you guys my top five leagues games to watch for this weekend. There's a lot of good football this weekend, guys, in the top five leagues. And today we'll be looking through every the top five leagues. And there is one league I will not be mentioning today of the top five. Other than that, though, everything else I'm gonna mention. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with the big ones because obviously I think the two biggest games everyone's looking forward to this weekend is of course the Premier League games. Okay, so remember, guys, if you're new on here, like this video, did enjoy, subscribe. You're on the road to 1,000 subscribers is on, and please try to watch the whole video if you can. Really helps me out a lot with the algorithm and the watch hours and monetization thing. Right now, currently at 2.3K, and so I would like if you guys can help me reach that 4,000 goal, hopefully by the end of the year. Okay, so as I said, guys, enough introductions. Let's go ahead and get started with the match that we have here. It is the Manchester Derby. The Manchester Derby. So, the Manchester Derby, guys. Now, I actually think this one will be close. Like I know it's easy for us to just write off United with their own peril, but everything like that. But I actually do think United have been playing good recently. Whereas City, on the other hand, I don't think they have been that good. They have been good. Let's not make get it twisted here, but I think City have just been really good because of Holland. I think Holland has been really insane for them, you know. And my worry for Man City is, are they relying on Holland too much? Because a lot of goals they've scored this season have been through Holland. Obviously, I know they have other attacking players that can step up. You know, we have Bernardo Silva that can step up. You know, you have the likes of Riyad Mahrez that also can step up. You know, there's some other players that obviously can step up. You know, the question though for Man City is, because let's be real, this isn't like the free flowing attacking football we've seen in the previous seasons. It seems like they're just like crossing it in for Holland and just having everything based on Holland. You know, whereas United seem to be playing well as a team. Defensively, they look solid. I think Lautaro Martinez has been excellent at the back. Malacia has been really, really good too. And I just think that for me, this is a very, very evenly poised, you know? So I think this is a very tricky one to call. Um, I still don't know Man United have that in their locker of the big games because let's be real, Man United haven't really been tested yet this season. I know they beat Liverpool and Arsenal, but Liverpool have been horrible this season. Arsenal, while they have been good, they haven't really been testing themselves. So I'm gonna go with the City to win this game, but it's a very narrow win. I was actually tempted to go with the draw, but I decided to go with the City win. I'm gonna say City wins this game 1-0. I feel like it's gonna be a 1-0 win. I feel like a 1-0 win. I think Man United will be very defensively tough to break down. And I feel like there will be one lapse of concentration from the United defense. And I can see City just capitalizing upon that. But United will play good. I think this will be a close game. I don't think City will destroy United. I don't think this will be anything like that. I do think, though, City will just about win this game 1-0. 1-0 over Man United. And yeah, and the goal scorer I believe is going to be Erling Haaland. I think he was going to score the goal. I may potentially do a review of these games on Sunday, depending if I have time or not. So I cannot confirm for certain. So just be aware that I may do a possible live stream on Sunday. A small live stream. It would be like a 20 to 30 minute live stream to recap these games. Okay. So yeah, that's enough on the Manchester Derby. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one we have here. The next one we have here, it is Arsenal versus Spurs. It's a big one. This is a big one, guys. This is a huge one. I personally am really excited for this one. Unfortunately, though, the time is extremely early for me. It's at like 7 a.m. my time, which is really too early, and obviously I'm not gonna wake up to watch the game. I may watch the highlights though eventually later, but or what I might do is watch the full match later on my own time. But we'll see, we'll see. Anyways, getting back to the game here. I think for this game, it's going to be really interesting to see how both teams set up this game because Arsenal, I like the makeup of this Arsenal team. They looking really, really good. But kind of what is similar to what I said with Man United is that they haven't really faced a strong team. And when they have lost. Whereas Tottenham, on the other hand, they are capable of pulling out results even when they haven't been playing well. You know, they got a draw against Chelsea when they were not that they were literally outplayed for the majority of the game, but they still managed to sneak a draw, especially with the fact that it was on the road as well, which is really impressive. It was at Stamford Bridge. So I just think that for me, Tottenham Hotspur, they've shown their big game credentials. You know, they got two draws against Liverpool last season. They got two wins over Man City. And I believe they won against Arsenal as well. Obviously, they did lose to Chelsea home and away. But I think Tottenham is capable of getting a result here. I give Tottenham a better chance to actually get a positive result than Arsenal. Arsenal, they just I feel like Arteta just doesn't really know how to. I feel like he's gonna play into the hands of Conte, and I think Conte will thrive from that. You know, and I just don't really know if this Arsenal team has that kind of thing in their lockers to go up against Conte because let's be real, guys. Arsenal play free flowing attacking football, but I don't know if the free flowing attacking football is gonna be a good idea, especially in a London derby like this. I feel like Arsenal should be more defensively astute and more like pragmatic about the game, and I feel like Spurs is more pragmatic. So I was gonna actually pick a Spurs win, believe it or not, I actually was. But because it's on the road, I do think though that Tottenham will draw the game. I think this will be a 1-1 draw, but I think Tottenham will be the more happier team, and I think they'll actually have a better game. But I just think Arsenal will just get a goal somehow through a set piece, and I think Tottenham will get a goal from open play. I think Tottenham's going to score first in the game through the marksman of himself. Obviously, is going to be. It's not going to be Kane, believe it or not. I actually think it's going to be a crazy goal score. I'm going to actually go with Højbjerg to score. I know it's a crazy pick, but I don't know why. I just have that feeling. And then for Arsenal, I have a feeling that one of their center backs is going to score through a set piece, and I'm going to go ahead and say Saliba in the second half. So my prediction is a 1-1 game, 1-all draw. I want you guys to let me know your predictions in the comment section below. Okay, so I feel like I've spent enough time with those two games in particular, so let's go ahead and move on to the third game. We have is Inter versus Roma, guys. Huge game in the Serie A this weekend. There's not really a lot to discuss for this game. Let's be real. We know which team should win, but yeah, let's talk about this one. Both teams have been in terrible form, man. I think Inter have lost their last two games to Lazio, and I believe they lost to Udinese, and I think they lost them a Milan derby as well. The three losses. As for Roma, they're also in a similar position. They've lost to, I believe they lost to Udinese as well, and I think they lost to Atalanta. So both teams really need a win coming into this game. And Inter Milan, they've really been disappointing. I still think though Inter is the better team over Roma, but Inter, man, I really worry for them because I think Lukaku should be back for these games. I think he should be back. He should be back by now. And the thing about Inter is that they've just not been good this season. Defensively, they've been conceding so many goals. Attacking wise, they actually haven't really been that bad. I think the problem with Inter is their defense has been horrible. Milan. Roma, on the other hand, I feel like they just cannot score. Their attack is just bad. So it's kind of like you have like two polar opposites. One defense is really bad, one attack is really bad. So what is it going to translate to? I guess if you're going by logic, it should be a draw. But I think Inter's going to bounce back here. I think after the international break, Inter will get that momentum. I think Roma will still struggle. I think this will be a close game. I think Roma will play well. I think both teams will play well, but I just think Inter have that more quality in the final third. And I feel like Inter will just about carve out a 1-0 win. They will be very close, very nasty. I could even potentially see a draw, which I was going to predict, but I think because of the fact it's at home, I think Inter should get the job done, and I think Inter will win. So it'll be a close game. My goal scorer in the day, I'm going to go with, it's going to be Barella. I think Barella's going to score on this one. Next we have is a big one. Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen, guys. I know. We can make all the jokes you want, but let's be real, guys. Bayern Munich haven't been great this season. They haven't. And yes, they had a perfect start to the season with winning all their 3 games. But after that third game, they draw points to Gladbach. Okay, fair enough. It's Gladbach. It's their bogey team, so whatever. Then they draw points to Union Berlin. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not looking good. And then they draw points to Stuttgart. And then the panic buttons are pushing. And then they even lost to Augsburg on the road. So for Bayern Munich, man, they are yet to win a game. They haven't won a game in the month of September. Isn't that crazy? At a home game, I believe. And for Bayer Leverkusen, they've been horrible this season. Defensively, they've been conceding so many goals. They're literally dead last. Well, not dead last in the league, but they're like close to relegation in the league, which is really crazy because this is a team that's currently in the Champions League right now. So crazy to say, but yeah, it's a really interesting one for Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich needs to be prepared for this game because Bayer Leverkusen, I think they could surprise them with the element of surprise, and I actually think Bayer Leverkusen can fancy a draw here. I know it's crazy to say, but I still think though Bayern should win, but I could see maybe a draw. I really could because I just feel like for me, Bayern Munich have been kind of been underwhelming this season. Now, let me make this clear, by the way. Bayern will still win the league. There is no chance any other team is giving. I know Dortmund and Leipzig are still there, but guys, they're not consistent enough. Bayern will still win the league. It will be closer than it was in the previous seasons, but Bayern will still win the league. So I'm going to go with Bayern to win this game very narrowly. I'm going to go for a crazy prediction. I'm going to go for Bayern Munich 3, Leverkusen 2. I feel like it's going to be a high goal scoring fest. I think Bayern Munich will score. I think I'm going to say Sane scores. I think I'm going to say Gnabry scores as well. Mane, I think, will score. And I think for Leverkusen, I'm going to go with Patrick Schick to score a brace. So, yeah, there's that. And now the final game we have for the weekend, guys. Final game. It is Sevilla versus Atletico Madrid. This image is a bit too small, and I know that's not Atletico's current logo, but I don't really care. Okay, this is what I found. I was looking at Google Images. Okay, so this is a big one, a big one, guys. Sevilla, man, they've been awful this season. Defensively, they look terrible. They can't even score a goal. They're just making it all over the place. Now, Atletico Madrid, on the other hand, while I will say they've been obviously been better than Sevilla, the standards aren't really that high. But let's be real, Atletico Madrid have also been disappointing as well. They haven't really been that good this season. They're currently seventh right now in the league and everything like that. And I think this is gonna be an interesting one. I could see Atletico really struggling to break down Sevilla because this is at the Ramon Sanchez Stadium, and this isn't a, like Sevilla is generally pretty good here. Like they generally put up very good fights, historically speaking. I know Barcelona crushed them aside the other day, but Barcelona been really good this season. Atletico, on the other hand, have been a little funky. They haven't really been that great this season. They haven't. I'm not gonna go as far as say they've been that bad. I think that's a bit harsh, but they haven't been good. So this is an interesting one. I do think Atletico will win the game though, just because of how terrible Sevilla have been. But I could see it very narrow. This will be very close. I think Atletico will win. I was gonna say 1-0, but I feel like I went too many games with 1-0 in this video. I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win for Atletico Madrid. What I feel like is gonna happen is this. Hear me out. I think Sevilla will actually play really well, and then Atletico Madrid will just score 2 goals out of nowhere. Like 2 goals out of nowhere, kind of like 2 last minute goals. I'm gonna actually go with that. I think Atletico will score like 2 last minute goals to seal the game, and Sevilla will be heartbroken. And I think the goal scorer is gonna be, I'm gonna say DePaul is gonna score. I think, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Joao Felix. I think he's gonna score as well. So those are my predictions for these games. Like I said, guys, I'll be doing community poll on my channel for you guys to look for. If you guys wanted to vote there, please remember to subscribe. Helps the channel. Helps the channel out tremendously. And remember, guys, to like the video if you did enjoy. Comment down below your predictions in the comments section below, and also let me know. And then also, if you made it this far, tell me which game you think will be the most drama of the 5. Okay, so make sure you guys check out me my other platforms. Listen to the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.